Hey guys, it's Sept, and today I will be making a Menowa prize mod. I actually did not plan on making a Menowa prize mod, but since I have an extra tulip barrel that I'm not using, and I won't be using my tooltips, I decided maybe I should give it a try. I just want to note real quick that I actually don't think anything that's filled in or like really dense is really a good tip for pen spinning. Mostly because mods with filled in tips tend to have, like, I'm having a hard time here. They tend to have a really hard time spinning in the vertical direction as opposed to like any other tip, like a Dr. KT or like even a Buster would be easier to spin than like a ZT bolt tips or anything like that. Most filled in tip pen mods like to stay in the horizontal plane, and they like to spin this way. They do not like to spin this way. They're not really good for rounds and stuff that you do in that. Like, I'm having a really, I could also just be really bad, but I'm having a hard time here making it go in that direction. So this is like my little caveat. I actually tried these tips out and I really did not like them. But maybe this mod will change my view on them. Maybe it's really nice. And I'm just hating for no reason. Shout out, I guess, to Chip UPSB. He keeps telling me that this mod might be really nice, but we don't know. So I guess I'll go ahead and try it out and see how it is. So yeah, time to make a Menowa prize mod. So, here is my Menowa prize mod. I was trying to go more for like I have a KT that has like a similar look, except the body is the same color as the caps. So I was going for a 7 watercolor kind of look. I don't have the shiny tape that Los Angeles has, so I'm just gonna have to deal with what it is right now. And this is basically made from spare parts, so I can't really complain too much about how it looks. Like, I don't have any black sailors left, so I just use some O-rings. I fortunately still had some white sailors in my box, so I went ahead and put those in. I just kind of wanted to see how it would turn out, because we kind of want to go for this two-tone thing in the caps. I spun it for a little while before giving my little review about how I made it. Unfortunately, it is actually a lot nicer than having it with like an inverted KT. Like, tooltips do not feel good as like a 7 watercolor sub, or as inverted KTs. Like, it feels terrible with mods that length. It feels pretty decent with how long this one is. Like, this one is pretty long also. But my main problem still is that when you spin in the vertical plane, it still kind of wiggles a little bit, and it kind of wants to remain flat when you spin. Like, it's not. Oh, I can't really do this on camera very well, but it kind of, it's so hard for me to describe. I apologize for like my finger passing here, but it tends to kind of want to stay flat or like in this plane, because whenever you try to spin it vertically, it just like is very unstable. I think that's like the best way I can say it. So it still has that problem. I definitely do not recommend inverted tooltips if you just kind of want to make a mod. It's only nice if you kind of have them laying around, especially because I kind of like tool barrels. Otherwise, this mod is pretty cool. I feel like it would be more stellar if it had different tips. Because like everything else of this mod is pretty amazing. The grips are nice. The distribution's pretty nice. It's pretty long. Like, it's really nice how long it is. Like here's like a 7 watercolor. It's pretty freaking it's pretty long here. So it's pretty nice. Takes a little too much modding to make this. You definitely have to sand down the back so it fits. I actually forgot to chop off the tip. Oh, and I guess the hardest part was trying to get this RSVP grip to line up, because on the other side, I had to like take a couple minutes, not really a couple minutes, but I had to take a little bit of time to readjust this grip because it actually folded in and I could not push it all the way. Like, I don't know if you saw, I was struggling in the middle of the vid there trying to like fix it. So that was like my main concern about this mod. My Dr. grips were some old Dr. grips that were laying around, so I tried to make it look the same as Los Angeles's, but I guess it didn't really come out the same way because the grips are not really straight on the ends. These are KZPSC caps, by the way, so I'm not entirely sure how different they are. Like, I feel like they're slightly smaller, so guessing what size tape to put was really difficult, because like usually I just put like a giant piece of tape, but these are a little bit smaller in this area, so it's really hard for me to guess. As you can see, like, my tape is still not perfect here, but this was pretty challenging, actually. I don't know why it was a lot harder than it had to be, but overall, pretty cool mod. I would change the tips. Don't like them so much. Everything else is stellar. Like, feels nice. Like, this barrel feels amazing, especially if you clean it all the way. You can also just make a 7 watercolor, to be honest. Just kind of jam everything in there. I feel like that would be another good tip. And you can always just put KT tips, really. Like, as you can see, I really don't like these tool tips because they're filled in and they don't really spin very well in the vertical direction. But overall, really nice mod. Can't really say too much else. It's just really nice feeling. I just think there are better tip choices. So yeah, if you're looking for something really long, really nice, and you just have your own tips that you would like to put in the caps, I would make this. This is pretty cool. I'd actually recommend this more. Like, the length is definitely great, so I definitely recommend it over just getting 7 watercolor, because these are pretty expensive here. So that is, I got this. So yeah, that's my mod with me with a Menowa prize mod. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.